Alright YouTubers, we got a 2009 Subaru Forester 2.5 single overhead cam. Now I want to show you how to get these valve covers off. A lot of people struggle with these, and once they get them off they end up tearing those seals. So the whole idea here is to get these on without tearing these seals. So basically you got a bunch of bolts here. We got some 10mm bolts that we have to take out. Now on these bolts, you don't have a 6-point. Boy, be careful if you're going to use a 12. It's best to use a 6-point socket on these. These are 10mm, and you can pretty much get all these on the bottom here, and you'll have to have a ratcheting wrench to get that bottom one back there. Now I've gone ahead and taken this out here just to save some time on the video, and you can see the valve cover now is kind of sitting up here on the top, and it's kind of a struggle to get out at this point. The reason we're changing this is because you realize there's a hole. Well, that hole should be on this cover over here. I actually put these together and I got in a hurry, and I didn't realize that that valve cover should be on this side because the oil spout to fill up the oil in the engine should be on this side. So I've got to swap these around and clean up my mistake. So once you get all these bolts loose and everything, you start moving this thing around, and what you got to do, put your hand behind this valve cover and pop one of these guys here off. These are your spark plug seals, and the one in the back is usually a little harder. I usually stick my finger through the hole, put my hand behind the valve cover to get it, and once we get that off there, let's see if I can grab it real quick because I've already kind of loosened it for you, and there it is. Now you're still going to fight with this thing. Best thing to do, I have found out, go ahead and pull these wires and these hoses up. By the way, use a bungee cord, and you do have a couple of fuel injectors here. Unhook these wires and put them out of the way because these wires stick out just a little far with the plug, and it does hit the top of this cover. Now once you do all that, and hopefully the sun isn't too bright on this camera, you got to pull it out from the back like this, and there we go. And the reason you got to pull it out from the back is because right here you get this place on this cover that's kind of dipped in there, and the whole point of that is you can slide it over this part of the head right here, where it's really close to the frame. See right there where my hand is? That's really the only way you can get this valve cover out. Now to install this, you just do the opposite. You put the cover back on, you slide it over, and put these plug seals covers back on, then you bolt it up. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. This side shouldn't be as bad because I'm actually right-handed. It makes my job a little bit easier. Okay, before we do the other side, as a side note, I did go ahead and pull out the air cleaner and the scat tubing and all that, just to give myself a little bit more room. And you can kind of look at the job before you do this and see what would be in your way and just kind of move it out of the way. Okay, so now on this valve cover on this side, I literally am laying on top of the engine here. I got my hand behind here. I can get my finger on that bolt down there. Now if you notice right there, you see my ratcheting socket, ratcheting tool wrench, and I've got my other hand on this side working it back and forth. The problem is when you get this bolt just about out, it gets hung up on the frame down there, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it because the sunlight is pretty bright out there. You see the bolt there? It's hitting right on that frame. So the best thing to do, instead of pulling your hair out and having a bad day, you got one motor mount bolt under there. It has a little nut on it. Just go ahead and loosen that up, and we'll just lift this side of the engine up a little bit higher, and that'll help that out. This side is really a pain. Try to get that bolt first because this is the hardest one. The rest of them are pretty much a piece of cake, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little jack and go into the bottom of the car, put a piece of wood on it, and just gently jack it up on the bottom of the oil pan or on the bottom of the transmission. But I'll take my chances and just do it under the oil pan. We only needed to get it up maybe about an inch or so. Alright, so there is where the motor mount nut is, and it is on my ratcheting tool. It's a little 14mm, so that is that. Alright, that should do it right about there. I brought it up about an inch, maybe 2 inches, not a whole lot. And now check this out. Now we got all kind of room here. We can get in there and get that bolt out of there and all of that. So hey, aren't you glad you're watching this video? Hey, let me know where you're watching from right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get this out. All right, so there's our bolt. I think I can get my finger on it. There it is. So And now at this point, we may not have to worry too much about how we're going to pull this valve cover out now, because we've got a lot of clearance there. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these bolts loose. All right, you might as well watch me take these out. Do this when the engine's cold, because you won't have a lot of oil dripping in your face, hot oil. And these bolts come out a lot easier. And I think on this side, it's a lot easier to get this off. I mean, if you wanted to, in a nutshell, you could probably take both these motor mount bolts off and just lift the whole engine up a couple inches. Let me try that again. You could probably just lift the engine up a couple of inches and just do it all at one time, but I prefer to leave one in, because you never know if that engine's going to shift around a little bit and you can't get these back in. So let's go on the top now. All right, for this job, you never know what you're going to need, but on standby, have a ratcheting wrench, have your regular ratchet, and I'm using this here, and also have a deep well, 10 millimeter. You just don't know what you need to get in here with, because things might be in the way. All right, that one's out. All right, there's our last one. I'm hoping this will just come straight out. Well, let's get this bolt out of the way here real quick. Stick them down there. I had just a little bit of oil come out on this side. Now let's see, since I loosened that motor mount, if this will just come straight out. Nope, we're going to have to pull these. We're going to have to do the same thing here. We'll pull these covers off here and then slide it to the back. All right, so there's that one. And here's this one. Take your time when you're putting this back together. Don't forget to put these on. Now I wonder if this will just come straight out, like without those seals in there. Let's see. No, we're going to have to. I'm going to try forward or back, but we'll come back here when it's just about out. All right, guys, I'm not going to lie, boy, I struggled with this one. What I did, there's a wiring harness here that has a connector that's in a bracket right here. Go ahead and pop this out of the way, right where my finger is, and it's actually right here. And that way, that wire's not in the way. Then you go ahead and pull this up and out like this. I like to have been in the room when when Subaru was building this car, thinking, let's put this car together so hard that no human will work on it. Actually, this is the new gasket, so all we gotta do now is swap pans here. All right, so swap these around. Woo! All right, you can kind of see how I got started there. I just kind of fooled with it there until it went over that head. And now we can go ahead and put our cover caps back on. You'll probably knock a little dirt in here. Just clean it out the best you can. All right, at least that bolt in the back, when it's up in the air like that, it's a lot easier to get to with that bolt out of the motor mount there. So go ahead and torque these down real quick. And we'll go ahead and stick our wire back on this harness here, this clip. Like it really matters, but I like to keep things nice and tidy, so that's back on. Just take your time when you're putting everything back together, because sometimes you unhook things and you forget. So my vacuum mount's hooked up, and also we do have our wire there hooked up. The injector wires, they're all hooked up. So now we go ahead and put our cap on here. Do it right instead of doing it on that side. All right, kids, there we go. Lesson learned. Never get in a hurry. Although I put all this engine together, what was out, and I guess I just got confused which valve cover went on both sides. But it's interesting that they're interchangeable except for that. All right, so I'm going to put the motor mount in last, the bolt. We're going to go ahead and hit the other side and get it done real quick. All right, guys, I gave in. I did all I could, try to get this back in, but the problem is on this side, when I want to slide it back in, I tuck it out that way. Well, this side, you got this ear sticking up and it hits against the frame and you can't get it in there. So tuck the nut off on this side. Just brought this side up and we're just going to slide it in now. We got all this room. So this is just how I'm doing it. You know, different vehicles have different frame widths and everything. So you pretty much just got to figure it out on your own. Like at this point, those Chilton books sometimes, they're not right on point at all. That's for sure. And just to show you how easy it is, once you just lift this side up a little bit, look at that, boom. Slides right in there, no problem. So, my advice, this is probably the best way to do it. Just go ahead and take both motor mount bolts off and just bring the engine up, and you'll get a lot more room. And I think this will work out a lot better. But, you know, this is one way you can guarantee you won't tear your gaskets. All right, let's finish this up. All right, guys, our last bolt is torqued. Now, If you take any away from, let me try that again. If you take any way, let me try it one more time. If you take anything away from this video, my advice is loosen the motor mount on that side, take the nut off, do that side, drop it back down, put the nut back on, then loosen this one up, take it off, lift it up. That way, you know, the motor will just do this. It'll go right back into the hole. If you take them both out and lift it up, the motor might shift a little bit, and you may not get those motor mount bolts back into the holes in the frame, just so you know. But I think this is a lot easier to do it. A little more processing, a little more steps to do, but hey, you know, that way you will guarantee, you'll know you won't tear your gasket. So it's all together. Let's go ahead and kind of wrap this video up. Thanks for watching. All right, well, she's running. I got a little bit of a lifter tick, I think, or, well, it went away. It was ticking, but anyway, I don't have any leaks or anything, so we are good. So I just want to show you how you can change this out and all that. So someday I'd like to find me a new reman engine to put in here, because this is a really nice car, you know. So with the oil lights, you know, not on, we got good old pressure and all that. I've already checked it, so looks like our job is pretty much done. So thanks, guys, for watching. If you're going to do these valve pan covers, make sure you have your Wheaties in the morning and just kind of take your time at it. But, you know, you can do it. So until my next video, guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you later.